I forgot to select the mic on the entire video, so I'm sorry. ChatGPT made me upload this video. YouTube. Okay. I need to make content that you would find entertaining, that I would find entertaining. To be honest, I'm not entertained very easily. So, I get these fucking brain farts and then yeah, I don't know how to ramble correctly. I can speak ad infinitum on a topic I'm really interested in. And I basically have to imagine that you're not there. And rather than the camera not being here, you are a person. They say make videos for the person you were 10 years ago. So the person that I was 10 years ago, you know what I wanted? And I'm still that asshole from 10 years ago. I want shit for free. That's what I want. So I'm gonna give you this shit for free. Most of you don't train hard. I don't train hard. Look at me, I'm still small. I'm about 75 kilos and 175 centimeters. I'm not 200 pounds yet, although I should be going from kilos to pounds, but we can math. I've only really started training hard in the last 4 years. I had a bit of a stint with powerlifting, or I would say a resurgence in powerlifting. Listen, I'm old, okay? I'm 36. I may not look it, but I've been around, and I know some shit. And I'm finally applying that shit to myself, and I want to give it to you. I want to give it to me 10 years ago. So I'm going to give you secret sauce. Alright. Here's the secret sauce. And it's really dumb. And it's really simple. Lift heavy. What does that mean? Lift heavy. I'm a proponent of machines. They give you good stability and they allow you to increase the weight gradually. Dumbbells are fine, barbells are great. But machines really give you that nice look, if it's a look that you're going for. On top of that, machines allow you to go heavy without relying on stabilizing muscles. Do we need stabilizing muscles? Yes, of course. They're beautiful, we need them. But in order to understand how to push yourself hard, you need to use machines. And then, once you have some grasp on muscle fiber control, on how to utilize your body and your muscles correctly, how to push weight with your chest and not your shoulders, then you can move on to barbell work, dumbbell work. But I think that most of us, men and women, we want it now, and we're not willing to work for it. Even right now, this is my first YouTube video, and I want virality right now. Virality? I don't know. So, what's the secret sauce for lifting heavy? Train each body part twice a week. So what does that mean? That means either upper-lower split or full body, or posterior anterior chain, meaning just back of the body and front of the body. From what I've read, and I'm still a work in progress, and I haven't read that much compared to everything that's out there. But there's one study that comes to mind that looked at 1 verse 3 versus 5 sets. And in that study, they found that 5 sets is optimal for upper body work, and 3 sets is optimal for lower body work. Now that's per session. And we know that the body requires, or muscle groups, my apologies, muscle groups require anywhere from 4 to 10 sets per week. I think 4 is on the low end, and that's for maintenance. 10 is for growth. Go up to 20, but you may be in a world of hurt, and unless you're 17 years old, I don't really recommend it. We have lots of stress in our lives. The economy sucks. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend sucks. Your friends may suck. Your car probably sucks. Everything sucks right now. It's 2025. Nothing is good. Nothing is good. So you need to balance mental stress and physical stress. And to get back to the secret sauce, that's all that it is. So how do I apply that now? Now I'm working on something a little special. And this is something that I would have wanted 10 years ago. Because this is actually giving me something that I haven't felt before. And it could just be a novel training stimulus. And I don't have data yet to back it up, but I will. What you want to do is basically train on a 3 on, 2 off cadence. You want to train upper body in the morning. Then the following day, you're going to train lower body in the morning. And then you're going to go to the gym that evening like the psychopath that you are. And then you're going to do another upper body session. But this upper body session, contrary to what I just said, is going to be a light workout. You can do this either, my preferred choice, of blood flow restriction cuffs, not bands, cuffs. Although bands can work, but cuffs give you a little bit more precision. Or you can just take elbows and knee wraps, cuff and wrap them around your limbs. But you want to go and you want to do a metabolic type workout. Without getting too much into the science, this workout is not necessarily muscle building per se, like that heavy tension workout. This workout is basically meant to get certain biochemical processes going. It's meant to make them a little bit more optimal. When you're on a regular training split, whatever that may be, push-pull legs, you're only maybe hitting one body part per week, your body has to undergo certain processes for that muscle group, certain recovery processes. When you undergo a lightweight workout, right about anywhere from 12 to 40 hours after the initial heavy workout, you're basically giving it a little bit of a recovery oomph. But that recovery oomph needs to be done in a certain way. So it can be done either with blood flow restriction cuffs, in which you work on the Katsu cadence of 30 reps, rest 30 seconds, 15 reps, rest 30 seconds, 15 reps, rest 30 seconds, and the last 15 reps. 4 sets total. This each round should take you 3 minutes or so, maybe 4. And for the previous tension workout, so think about it. Your upper body day, that's what? Chest, back, thighs, tries, shoulders. All right? 25 sets. You can even maybe put shoulders on the lower body day. 4 to 10 reps, that's it. 2 to 3 minute rest times. That's the secret sauce. If someone were to tell me 10 years ago, this is how you're supposed to train for the maximum amount of muscle, do that. Pick machines that you like. If you're at a big commercial gym, pick the machines that you know you can stick with for a few months. And then after that, rotate. But stick with it. Back to the secret sauce. Your first day is a morning upper body tension workout. The following second morning is a lower body tension workout. You're gonna go back to the gym that evening and you're gonna do that metabolic workout. Now, if you don't have access to blood flow restriction cuffs, if you don't have elbow or knee wraps that you can wrap around your limbs, simply do 3 sets, 20 to 25 reps at about 30% of your 1RM. So you can go to a website, rpecalculator.com, even though it's for powerlifting. You can put in a weight, and normally it takes you 100% of your effort to get to whatever, 6, 8, 10 reps. Put that in, it'll give you 100%, just take 30% of whatever it is, whatever 100% is. All right. Here's the other secret sauce. Most pre-workouts suck. Okay? Most of them suck. They don't build muscle. They don't provide some sort of optimal environment. They just maybe give you a whole bunch of energy and they raise your cortisol levels to crazy degrees. They may cause lack of sleep, especially the stim-based ones. The pump-focused ones, some of them are good. They give you a nice pump, but the pump is not necessarily indicative of muscle growth. You can pump all you want. It's not gonna give you that much muscle. But there is merit in the pump. So everything has contextual nuance. However, the statement that most pre-workouts suck, though can be categorized as a fallacy due to the generalization of it, is true. Most of them do suck. On top of that, most studies on pre-workouts or pre-workout ingredients suck, primarily due to the sample sizes in those studies. On top of that, the duration of those studies. So we don't have clear data, except for maybe creatine. We don't have, or beta-alanine. We don't really have clear data on a lot of supplements. And most of the supplements that are used don't have very good biochemical theoretical backing. And if they do, because some of them do, mind you, I'm qualifying many of these statements with most, but the ones that do, manufacturers don't give directions on how to take them properly. So anyway, so here's the secret sauce. No matter what, pre-workout, drink a protein shake with about 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight, or what is that? 0.66 pounds? No, a little bit less. I can math. Anyway, and you want to do the equivalency in carbs. Sugar is fine, dextrose is nicer. You don't have to go with any of these fancy carb drinks, although they are nice if you have stomach issues or if you have the wallet for them, like HB, highly branched cyclic dextrin, HBCD. It's nice, it's good on the stomach, doesn't bloat you, but then again, if you drink enough water, dextrose doesn't really bloat you either. I don't recommend maltodextrin. Dextrose does the job, even though maltodextrin, I believe, maybe has higher osmolarity. If I'm wrong, I'm cutting this out. Anyway, drink that 15 to 30 minutes before your workout with some powdered coffee, if you want to get fancy, maybe some cocoa powder as well, and just go to the gym. You don't need anything else. You really don't need anything else. Protein and carbs provide all the anabolic ingredients that you need to prime your body for muscle growth. That's it. And you don't necessarily need a protein shake when you come home, but you should eat something at least within 30 minutes to an hour. Not multiple studies, but I know of one specific study, and I know I'm citing studies when I just said that most studies suck, but they do give us some reference to what's going on in the world. You can, if you've drunk a protein shake before working out, you can wait at least 6 hours. At least the difference between eating a meal right after and 6 hours is negligible. But from the perspective of blood sugar and certain enzymes that are active during that time, you want to get in something at least within the hour. And if you've had a hard workout, you're going to be hungry. So that's secret sauce number 2. Stop spending money on bunk supplements and just drink protein and sugar before your workout. That's it. With some coffee and maybe some cocoa. Now, there are merits to fucking around with other ingredients. Glycerol is a great pump ingredient if you're into that. Arachidonic acid induces positive inflammation, which can provide beneficial signaling for muscle growth. Nitrates are great. They can give you about maybe 1 or 2 more reps here and there, but again, a lot of this is placebo. There are ingredients that basically you want to look for ingredients that support your workout. Here's what I recommend. Go to ChatGPT and ask it about ingredients that can help your body do the things that it needs to do before working out and after working out. It might give you generic ingredients. You might have to push it to get you a little bit more novelty. But ChatGPT is just basically a glorified Google search. And if you push it in the right directions, it can give you some pretty good information. Cardio. That's the last one. Sorry, I didn't finish. After your metabolic upper body workout, the following morning, you're gonna do cardio. Zone 2 cardio, or what we used to call a light jog, but now everyone wants to call it Zone 2, so let's fucking call it Zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio. If I say Zone 2 cardio again, I'm gonna explode. Okay. Do Zone 2 cardio that morning, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. I learned this trick from Lyle McDonald, from his book, The Stubborn Fat Loss Solution. Start your workout by giving yourself 15 on, 45-second off sprints. Basically, gets your heart rate up very quickly, very easily, and do it on a machine that you like. So personally, I like the bike. I don't know what specific bike you call it, but it's the one where you sit down, you just pedal. Not the one that, you know, where the seat like jams up your ass. Just the one where you're sitting down, it's nice and comfortable. I start there for about 7 to 10 minutes, get my heart rate up, and then I go to the Stairmaster for 20 to 25 minutes. Something that I should have told myself 10 years ago is cardio does not impact gains. If anything, cardio helps gains. Once, twice a week. And especially as I get older, I realize that it's fucking great. And on top of that, it puts me in a great mood. Now, here's something that they don't tell you. And by they, I mean most fitness influencers, coaches, is that you can take certain supplements before your cardio. They don't necessarily enhance your cardio, but they enhance the fat burning effect and they enhance the effect on your mitochondria, which then has a secondary effect on your recovery capabilities, how you grow muscle, how you sleep, how you everything. Okay. You want to take certain compounds that are called pro-oxidants. They elicit a pro-oxidative effect, a stressful effect on your cells. What are these compounds? Without getting into the science. PQQ, you probably know it because sometimes it's paired with CoQ10. Yaugulin, and I'm gonna butcher this, and I'll probably just ADR this. And you want to take quercetin. Now, even though quercetin can function as an antioxidant, it also functions as a pro-oxidant in high dosages. Here's where the beauty of some studies come in, because we can understand mechanistically how certain compounds work, and then we can kind of draw on them how they can work in the body. So in the morning, you want to give yourself, if that is your goal, you want to give yourself pro-oxidants. First of all, in the morning, your body is able to handle them more. And second, they do have a beneficial effect when it comes to mitochondrial health, which then impacts body composition. If you got shit mitochondria, you're gonna have shit body composition. So that's the third nugget, cardio. And I don't really mean HIIT. In my experience, when you're training heavy, HIIT adds far too much stress. You wanna give yourself stress, but you don't wanna give yourself too much from which you can't recover from. The fourth nugget is more is not always better. Keep it intense, keep it effective, but don't go overboard. Yeah. This is advice to me 10 years ago. I don't know how much more I have because the basics are boring and everyone wants new protocols. And even though I've created a few protocols, there isn't much variation that we can do anymore. Unless new machines come out, new drugs come out, we're stuck with our current tool set, and that's fine. We just have to understand how to manipulate the tools that we have at our disposal. And I have a problem because not many people know how to manipulate the tools in our toolbox. Like I said, the basics are always going to be the basics. Train hard, sleep well, eat well. You know what, I got a few more nuggets, and I got a few more things up my sleeve, and I'll share them in the next video.